Yeah, welcome. Maybe try to get on live. Just got to set some things up. So, exclusively for you guys, you get to go behind the scenes. Crap. So, I got to restart it because the Zoom ain't acting right. So, we're going to be a little bit behind again. So, oops. Here we go.
Try and do something about this pain. I'll try another shower and see if that.
Oh, still aching?
God, like my joints are aching, my skin feels sore. Someone feels like they've thrown a brick into my face.
Ooh.
And I've taken meds. I can't take any more till 11. So I've got like, what, an hour?
Yeah. And let me go back to. Oh, it's raining outside. Okay. Go to restart. So yeah, we had to do everything all over. So let me just go live on Twitch. Hey, what's up, everybody? I know I'm a little bit behind, and sucks that things don't work out. Zoom is acting up, so I gotta restart it. Well, restart my laptop, and because I thought I'll be ready by then, and I set up like earlier than usual, and yeah, it just doesn't like load up right. So, what we gonna talk about today? When we get all this settled with, we're gonna talk about tonight's Bucks and Clippers game. We're gonna talk about that. Also, we're gonna talk about the AEW Revolution pay per view results. Kind of a good entrance that they did for Sting. I thought it was good. Like I said, I didn't see all of Revolution or anything like that. I didn't see it, but I just heard about what they're doing, what's going on, and all that stuff. Only know not that much of the results, so probably what I'm gonna do, we're gonna do a little bit of the WFSO preview at the same time, and I can talk about like who I think should win and who actually did win. So we're gonna do that. So I just gotta wait for my laptop to restart so I can do the pre-recorded version of Aftermath on YouTube, and plus do it on the podcast too. So just getting that ready. Like I would, do the podcast, a little bit early, like behind the scenes and stuff, but it's like you gotta, you can have like an hour. Then if you want to continue, you gotta save the first hour you did, then go to the second hour. So guys will try to do this as quickly as they can, because and plus we can talk about congratulations to Paul Heyman, and now the first inductee of this year's Hall of Fame. So congratulations to him. So we're going to mention about that, just a little bit of that. So yeah.
And that witness could not believe what she saw that night here at Southridge Mall. But the good news here is that 6-year-old girl survived that fall.
Oh, good. Glad she survived.
Terror last Tuesday night at Southridge Mall in Greendale.
We're receiving about 15 911 calls flying from the mall, so please want to stay in that area.
First responders raced to help a 6-year-old girl who had fallen from the second floor escalator near Champs Sports.
Ooh.
A Greendale police report obtained by 12 News says the girl was with her father and stepmother around 7 that night. The father says he was about 5 to 7 feet ahead of the girl and heard her say, "Hey, look what I can do." The report says the parents turned around and saw the girl gripping top of the escalator railing and, quote, supermaning it. That's when the 6-year-old fell to the first floor below.
I almost stopped breathing at first, and I was like in shock.
Riley Zacharias was working in the mall and witnessed the whole thing.
Out of the side of my eye, I saw like what looked like a coat fall off the escalator, but then I heard a big thwap noise onto the ground. And then I saw parents from the side of Champs come running on the escalators.
The girl told police she hurt her arm and back, but did not remember falling. Doctors released her from the hospital last week.
It was kind of scary. Like, first couple nights I kept thinking about it, but it's getting better now.
That is so scary. Erica,
Yeah,
did any surveillance camera capture what happened?
So according to the Greendale police report, there was surveillance video. It's from a camera that pans back and forth inside the mall, but it only
it's
captured
raining
moments
here,
before
so
and after that fall. Also, according to that report,
and plus, like after this game, Bucks got a tough West Coast road trip ahead of them. They got both games with the Clippers. They got Golden State, and I think they had Sacramento is another one. And I think that's it for their West Coast road trip. Because I think after that, was it after Tuesday when they play Sacramento, they're back home. So God, let me look at that.
I had the chance to actually work with him at a local restaurant, and honestly, he was a person that always threw jokes. Always pretty much was just laughing. Always talked about his kids. Always talked about his heritage.
Antonio's extended family is working on a fundraiser for his wife and children this coming weekend. His Denny's manager set up a GoFundMe to help out. There is a link on the 12 News app. Gruesome testimony today in the case of a teenager charged as an adult with killing a 5-year-old.
I might do some tonight.
Milwaukee police found the body of the child, Prince McCree, in garbage bags.
I will as soon as I'm done with this.
Today's preliminary hearing for Eric Mendoza, who's now 16 years old. Detectives testified the child had been strangled, beaten, and suffered blunt force trauma at the hands of Mendoza and another resident of the
Upcoming Milwaukee Bucks schedule.
In this case, 27-year-old
Bucks will play the Warriors on Wednesday at 9 p.m.
Commitment 2024 coverage now. A win
I
tonight for
know
former
that.
President Donald Trump in the North Dakota Republican caucuses. It comes the same day the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that Colorado cannot keep Trump off tomorrow's primary ballot there. Colorado sued to remove Trump from the primary ballot using the 14th Amendment in their argument due to Trump's role in January 6th. In a unanimous decision, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that states don't have the authority to make that call. And Colorado is among the 15 states and one U.S. territory holding primaries and caucuses tomorrow, known as Super Tuesday. ABC News is planning live coverage as the results come in. That's coming up tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, right before 12 News at 10.
Let's see if that comes up. So looking at the upcoming schedule. So while I wait for this laptop. So
As a result, there is 10 votes for Donald Trump for President of the United States and 10 votes for Mike Pence, Vice President.
This is video made public today as part of the settlement in a civil lawsuit showing Wisconsin's so-called fake Republican electors falsely filing paperwork claiming
So
Trump
crooked.
won Wisconsin
It's just so
in 2020
crooked.
when he didn't. Attorneys Kenneth Chesborough and Jim Trupis had to make public thousands of pages of pictures, emails, and text messages.
Let's see, the biggest losing streak that the Bucks had had a 3-game losing streak from February 4th through the 8th. Utah, Phoenix, and Minnesota.
We didn't. I mean, hindsight again is 2020. I don't think former state Republican Party Chairman Andrew Hitt.
The only time they had like a big losing streak was 3.
In December, as part of the settlement, Chesborough and Trupis did not
winning streak. Let's see, that's 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, the biggest winning streak is what they got now, I think.
With Andrew Hitt, why he says he will not vote for Trump again in 2024. All of it on the 12 News mobile app.
Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, actually, December they had a big winning streak from December 11th against Chicago through the next 2 days before they before Christmas Day.
Milwaukee is a Vision Zero city aiming for 0 traffic deaths by the year 2037.
Yeah, at that time they were 22-7.
We're making it safer for pedestrians to cross the street, and we're adding protected bike lanes.
And as y'all see right now, they have a second biggest losing streak of winning streak. I'm sorry, the second biggest winning streak of the season is what they got right now. See, all started. They won in Minnesota, so they even that series. Then beat Philadelphia. Then beat Charlotte twice. Of course, they won this past Friday against Chicago, and they won today.
Tax credit today in Waukesha, for example, a single parent making $75,000 a year and spending $5,000 on child care.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, now let's look at it.
A year, while qualifying couples with 2 kids will get a credit.
Yeah, it's like a 4-game West Coast road trip, and
So everything you're paying now will count toward.
I would say a week they'll be in the West Coast, like most likely in California. So yeah, crazy. Of course they got Golden State Wednesday. Friday they got the Lakers. Both of those games, the Warriors and Lakers, will be both on ESPN. March 10th they face the Clippers again. Next Tuesday, they got Sacramento Kings. So it'd be cool, they can beat, the Kings again, or what they got right now, maybe have like a big winning streak. Like the only teams I'm worried about with them in the West Coast and stuff, like they had a close game with Sacramento, so that's one of the teams I'll be concerned about. Clippers, a little bit concerned, and Lakers, I don't, I'm not that much concerned, but a little bit. But LeBron and AD will probably do their thing, but yeah, I ain't hear much about D'Angelo Russell as of late. Although he's been playing hot last month, but not much of anything. But yeah, Golden State, they're on their little slump, so who knows what's going on with that. Okay.
To State Fair Park in partnership with Mercury Marine and support from Usingers and Bush. Connect with experts, explore the latest equipment, and attend seminars with appearances from experts.
Okay, there's that. Okay, now wait for that to load up.
Start your day with the news you trust. Get my 12-hour forecast first, keeping you safe.
So yeah,
Live reporting from your neighborhood.
Yeah, Thursday they're back at home for a 2-game homestand. One against the 76ers, that's Thursday. Then Sunday they go against Phoenix, which yeah they lost to last time. So yes, that would be a huge thing. Then they go back on the road for one game against Boston on the 20th. And yeah, they got like a back-to-back after that, so they'll be on the road with Boston. Then Thursday they'll be in. Well, they'll be back home, starting the 3-game homestand against Brooklyn. I will be at that game. Sunday the 24th, they got the Thunder. Both of those games will be on NBA TV. Then their final home game stand, they got the Lakers. Tuesday the 26th will be nationally televised on TNT. Thursday, the March 28th, they got New Orleans. They're in New Orleans, I should say. And Saturday, they'll be at Atlanta, March 30th. Both games will be on NBA TV. Then starting April, they end their 3-game road trip April 2nd, going against Washington. That would be 6 o'clock. They'll probably be on Bally's. Wednesday, April 3rd, another ESPN game. They're going against Memphis at home. So they got like a final 5-game homestand from the 3rd to the 10th. So they got Memphis, that will be on ESPN. Friday the 5th, they got Toronto. Sunday the 7th, that will be on NBA TV. At 6, they got the Knicks. Then Tuesday, April 9th, 6:30 on TNT, they got Boston. So yeah, I know these next 2 games against Boston is going to be very important. So watch out for that. Wednesday, April 10th, the last game of the last home game of the season. They got Orlando. So yeah, that will be game I'm going to, and plus it's like a Damian Lillard bobblehead, so I'm gonna go for that. And the final 2 road games of the season, they got OKC. That's on the Friday at 7 o'clock. It could be something different because they could, may televise that if they want to. Sunday, April 14th, the final game of the season is against Orlando. So yeah. Okay, now let me see if I can finally go back on this. So some totals could be close to an inch and a half once all is said and done. Why they couldn't have that West Coast on road trip in February or something? But then again, the weather here and in Milwaukee, it hasn't been that bad. You had your week of January where it was like very cold, and you had like snow before then. I think it was like I think it ended up being a total of nearly 2 feet of snow. And yeah, then after that cold week, it's been decent out, and from the snow that was there that time, I would say majority of it right now is gone. Still a few people milling about after the exciting Bucks game there earlier tonight. 41 degrees in Elm Grove. This is Blue Mountain Moreland. Shoot, why not? It's still wet on the roads, and it still will be wet in the morning. It was an exciting game, so can't complain about that. Not expecting any kind of flash And like it was a good thing, Patrick Beverly, start scoring. So that's a good thing, being in the double digits, especially him starting today. But they did a different lineup. First they had Pat Connaughton starting at the small forward. Believe me, I was like, please God, no. Only because I don't think he's gonna be scoring as much if he starts then, because we need scoring off the bench. That's why I thought, they would have kept like Beverly in there, or they would have Garnari start as the small forward, power forward in place of Giannis. But yeah, they kind of went small. And mother said that was a good thing because, ooh, sorry, leg was itching. Okay, now see if I can go back to. Mainly mid to upper, let's see, mid to upper 40s starting tomorrow. Monday it'll be back to the 50s or 50s. And time goes forward this weekend. To talk about, of course, with our weather. It'll be a little chilly out there. That's what Lindsay will be talking about on 12 News this morning, starting at 4:30. We should still be talking about snow at this point. It's early March. Yes. It's still supposed to be cold and snowy. That's not been the case. Right. Yeah. Thank you, Mark. Well, the Summerfest lineup is coming together. The Grammy-winning band taking the stage 4th of July weekend. Ziggy Marley lights up the Jennifer Hudson show. How did you get the nickname Ziggy? Ziggy's a small spiff. You know what spiff is? I have no clue. Plus, tips from dog trainer Brandon McMillan. Tomorrow at 3. Get an 11% rebate Come on.
Essentials now at Menards. Save on your favorite cleaning supplies from Procter & Gamble. They deliver quality products from brands you can trust, like Dawn, Tide, and Bounty. Get this 42-pack of Tide Pods for just $10.
Now we can try this again.
Keep your devices powered with Energizer Max batteries. They deliver consistent performance and have lasting power. A 16-pack of AA and AAA batteries are $9.99 each after 11% rebate. Save big money at Menards. At Gruber Law Offices, winning is no accident. Our team knows what it takes to get you the compensation you deserve. If you've been injured, call us today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all. There's something American about open roads. The freedom to travel where you want, to choose where to go, how to get there. But the EPA wants to end that, rushing to ban new gas-powered cars. No matter where you live or what you need, they want to force you into an electric vehicle. Help protect the freedom of the open road. Stop the EPA's car ban. Learn more at don'tbanyourcars.com. Made for by American Fuel and Petrochemical Manufacturers. What inspires me to do this daily is the results that I see in my patients. Helping someone improve the quality of their life through hearing better makes it all worthwhile. Start hearing better today. Visit hearthearingcare.com. So, why do you want to work at Austin Plumbing, Heating, and Air? Well,
Sorry, just had to drink something. So just when I'm on this Zoom to work and set everything up on that, then we can get started.
So coffee's for everyone. Yeah. What's a goblin?
Yuck. Never touch that stuff.
The worst thing that could happen to a parent is to lose your child in an accident. And I needed help to navigate the waters of this lawsuit. And Brett was there. He was very caring and made things as easy for you as he could. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, I guess I can say it is that, I would say this: depression sucks. It really does.
Maroon 5 is coming to Summerfest.
We know.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through.
The band is the latest headliner for the American Family Insurance Amphitheater. The group performs Friday, July 5th. Tickets go on sale Friday. Summerfest is spread out over 3 weekends, starting June 12th. Stephanie Sutton joins us now with sports. No Giannis tonight for the Bucks.
No, he did not play, but that didn't stop them from a comeback win over the Clippers and keep their winning streak alive. As Jared Field will have post-game reaction next to Big Sports. What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical.
Let me check something because let me see if they got a replay. I'm not going to watch the replay, but I'm just seeing if they do.
So is it easy to sell the Grandview homes?
Within weeks we closed. It couldn't be happier.
Sounds like you'd recommend Grandview.
I would, without a doubt, recommend Grandview Homes.
Grandview Homes, the easiest and fastest way to sell your home.
Got cheaters freaking 4 in the morning.
Hey man, it's not just you out here. You got to control your drive for everyone around you, on the court and on the road. When you speed and drive recklessly,
No replay.
just like a bad play can cost us the game.
I said, thought they had it last time. They had a replay.
Change lives forever. No matter who you are or where you're from, when you control your drive, it's a slam dunk for everyone. Zero in Wisconsin. Together we can save lives.
Imagine your home totally organized. We're closets by design.
Let me see if they have it on Valley Sports.
Custom built storage solutions that will fit your budget. Call now for 40% off, plus an extra 15% with special 18-month financing.
If you've been seriously injured in a car accident, watch out.
The insurance company's job is to do what's best for them, not you.
Don't trust the insurance company
We're
after
still
your
at the 10
accident.
o'clock
You can
hour,
miss out
so
on what
let
you
me.
really deserve. Call Gruber's offices. One call, that's all.
Do you feel like America is slipping away? Our country is facing enormous challenges. Our economy, our healthcare, crime, and open borders.
Pro basketball.
Everything is going in the wrong
Some
direction.
interesting.
All Washington does is divide us and talk about who's to blame. And nothing gets done. That's not the country I know and love. I'm Eric
Oh,
Oakey.
no
I'm
replay.
running for the U.S. Senate. And
Oh,
I
well.
approve this message.
Don't
Because
matter
I believe
anyway.
we need to come together and
It's just been
find
interesting they did have the replay
to
though.
restore America.
Fishing isn't as hard as
I think the reason it was a replay because it was on ESPN also. So and they replayed it like 3 in the morning. So I just
crispy fish.
thought that you know.
Trucks, and then there's the GMC. And the world's first 6-engine multi-purpose GMC. It's the truck. Oregon people represent APL for 72 months. GMC.
That's it.
Exciting, unlimited, reading signing, and a whole lot more. Stop in our showroom and see all the options we have. Check out all the ways we can make your home stand out. Siding, windows, roofing, doors, decks, and more. All at
Your Optical's extensive selection of frames and lenses, our optometrists will learn about you and help you customize the right choice for your lifestyle. Visit Shopko Optical and find your new signature today.
Oh, that video is funny.
The Red Hot Bucks shooting for their 6th win in a row, minus Giannis. The Greek Freak sitting out tonight's game against the LA Clippers with tendinitis. Only the 3rd game Giannis has missed this season. Bucks without Chris Middleton, too. Damian Lillard with 19 first-half points. Dame hits this one all the way from Water Street, but too many turnovers by the Bucks in the first half. Kawhi Leonard with the flush on the other end. Bucks down at the break. James Harden and Paul George both had 29 points for LA. Bucks trail by as many as 15, but then the good guys go on a 15-0 run in the 4th quarter. Dame goes up with 41 points. Giannis is loving it. Bobby Portis comes off the bench.
I knew tonight had to be Damian Lillard's night.
The Bucks come from behind to beat the Clippers and win their 6th straight.
Well, somebody else had to be that second option to step up. That ended up being, Bobby Portis.
Post-game reaction, Jared.
Steph, whatever way you want to spin it, the Bucks coming out looking fantastic tonight. How about offense? A 40-point fourth quarter. Bobby Portis dropping half of his 28 points in that frame. Then on the other hand, what about the defense? Holding former Finals MVP Kawhi Leonard to just 1 point, doing it all without the services of the Greek Freak and Cash Money Chris Middleton. It definitely looks like a signature victory.
I think it just shows who we're becoming. You know, like I said, when I think about those teams when I was younger, you know, the best teams, I remember.
And that happened. Probably wanted to listen to more of it. Oh well.
The Spurs like sitting, Duncan, Tony Parker, Ginobili, they know how to win, they trust what they do, and they just do it hard, you know. And I think that's kind of the direction that we're going in. And that was the mentality that we had. Like, nobody talked about who wasn't playing before the game, and I think that just shows what's expected, you know, the standard that we're starting to have, and who we're becoming as a team.
Like that.
Now they take this newfound confidence, this newfound identity out west for the California tour, playing all 4 teams from the Golden State: the Warriors, the Lakers, the Clippers, and the Kings. Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jared. In Marquette news, Tyler Kolek ruled out for this week's final 2 regular season games. He strained his oblique last Wednesday against Providence. Didn't even travel to Creighton on Saturday. The Gold Eagles star guard will be re-evaluated before the Big East tournament. Marquette, who dropped 3 spots in the latest AP poll to 8, hosts second-ranked UConn on Wednesday. UWM's BJ Freeman named his second team All-Horizon League for the 2nd consecutive season. He's the first Panther to earn career All-League honors twice since Joe Tucker. UWM opens up conference tourney play tomorrow night at home against the Detroit Mercy. And finally, the biggest story in the NFL today, Jason Kelce announcing he's retiring from the NFL after 13 seasons with the Eagles. The 36-year-old is considered one of the greatest centers in NFL history, winning 1 Super Bowl with Philly.
Still at the top. I love football.
I think he's just making it like official announcing. Because first he said he was going to retire, then decided he was going to come back. So, well, me and my wife was talking about that. Jason Kelce, maybe it's something that he decided that, you know, like maybe might as well just retire while I'm still young. Well, in a way. I don't know. I just think, like, I'm just shocked, but yeah, you gotta do what you do for your life, so you can't hate on that. Okay.
Hey, Wisconsin neighbors, spring into a new season with Jacuzzi Bathroom Model by Tundraland. Eliminate the daily worries of stepping into an unsafe or outdated tub or shower. This March, we're offering an exclusive deal.
Yeah, I'm just trying to turn it to, you know, one of the games that's still playing.
Plus a free upgrade to stylish matte black fixtures and no interest for a full 12 months. We'll bring the showroom to you and help you design your perfect system. Call 800 Tunderland or visit tunderland.com today.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, here it's slowly coming, so we can get started. So we're probably mostly just going to talk about the results of Revolution, then talk about the Bucks and Clippers game. Can't believe that slipped up, but then we're on Sports Channel. I think I got every single sports channel now.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at PapaMurphy's.com.
Of course, FS1. Yep. Yeah, just about every single. Even got Red Zone from the NFL. Already had the NFL Network, but just didn't have, you know, Pac-12 did not have. BN Sports, bare knuckle boxing. That's interesting. Two of the Big Ten channels, which we have one already. Outdoors new. Women's college basketball. That's FS2. Indian Wells, MLB tonight. Just put this game on until we, get started.
Questions don't have to keep you up at night. Get peace of mind with WebTap. We'll connect you with local pros for any home project, from small fix to a big remodel. See transparent prices, read verified reviews, and book with just a tap.
Oh yeah.
WebTap, the easy way to care for your home.
Right now, you get a
The
free
Traders
foot
now.
long at Subway. Just buy any
He will
foot long
miss the
in the app
Cavaliers
for
next
free. Just
3
scan the QR
games, I
code.
believe,
Get a promo code
and be
FL Logo.
evaluated
You know
over
it
the
works on
weekend.
the other side of the screen, buddy. You still got a landline in your house. Order now at Subway.
Oh yeah, they just talking about the situation with Donovan Mitchell. Like he had a knee injury, then he came back for like a few games, got hurt, and he's gonna be out for a while. Well, not for like a long time, but maybe like about a week or two. Guess you just see what happens.
He's playing how you're taught to play. He's looking up the court first. He's always surveying, taking a picture of the court, and then he reacts from that. So he lets you make the mistake, and then he makes you pay for it.
Okay,
Watch how he gets
come on,
it
Zoom.
right here. He gets the outlet, and doesn't take a dribble. He's already looking up on the money touchdown pass. Tom Brady will be proud. Really finishes, and then right here takes his time, patience.
Just the Lakers and the Thunder that's going on.
Waiting the offense to develop over the top lob, no problem.
Be interesting if 2 LA teams end up losing tonight. We already know the Clippers lost to the Bucks, and well, if the Thunder end up beating the Lakers.
Continue to do this at a high level because he's playing with his mind first, and everything else is following.
We saw an interesting sequence towards the end of the half there with Chet going against AD. There's a turnover. Lakers go the other way.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the matchup that everybody wants to see is
Both
Chet.
James Harden and Paul George did have 29.
For Rookie of the Year in the
I guess if Kawhi Leonard, would have stepped up and scored more, probably would have been a close one. Well, I'm saying it's kind of close. It was a close game, but it wasn't like that close. But then again, who else would have, scored that much? And the weird thing was that I'm going to talk about it now, but yeah, the Clippers went with a small lineup because I know the Bucks was doing that during the games, like in the second and third quarter, but they decided, get their scorers in, and the Clippers went small in the fourth quarter, which did not work out.
So bad.
Yeah, if you're OKC, you're not feeling terrible about this game.
And for the Lakers,
Okay, did it just black out?
14 points off their turnovers. And Damian Lillard had himself a night against the Clippers. We got those highlights coming up.
Oh, there it goes, back. So yeah, I apologize for this, late start. It's like been 40 minutes and we're trying to now get Zoom to work, and it's acting up. Kind of the same problems that we had yesterday trying to do, the Bucks versus Bulls game. Well, talking about the highlights of that. So yeah.
Everyone's hyped that Wendy's made the official hamburger of March Madness a buck. What Tyler told me? No.
Huh? Well,
Fresh never frozen beef on Whitney State single for a buck. Only in the app.
Oh, the app exclusive. Yeah, so they just doing that for the whole month. So I guess that makes sense.
Enough battles to win for America's future.
Oh crap, I missed it again.
Marines.
So Steve Kerr and Eric Spoelstra for Western and Eastern Conference Coach of the Month. I didn't see who was the Eastern Western Conference Player of the Month. I missed that.
Gatorade water, always in motion.
Okay, now let's try this again.
Because anything can happen.
But before we do that, go back to the Bucks because that's what we're going to talk about first. The Bucks game. Although I was talking about a little bit of it now, and
It's a risk.
just trying to keep some time coming before we can officially start. Like I say, I apologize, for the pre-recorded version of
And always tell them.
Aftermath, and also with
Earlier on NBA TV, you saw the
There we go.
Clippers and the Bucks fans traveling for Colombia to see that man right there, Giannis, but unfortunately dealing with Achilles soreness during pregame
soreness.
play, which meant it was game time right from the beginning.
Yes. get
So
your
yeah,
ass
he
out,
probably just gonna
no
rest his
matter
game, and
if
Ashley's just gonna
it's
play after
cold
that.
while you're out. Man, Dame had himself a game.
James Harden was real good in that first quarter too.
Yes, he was. You knew after a game like the last one, it wasn't going to happen again.
Yeah, his last game he went 0 for 10. Paul George had 29 in his game. In the second, Bobby Portis backs in, gets the hook, and then more Dame.
Yes, Dame unlocked the code, mid-range, three-point shot, got to the line in the second half. He was doing it all.
So 55-48 for the Clippers at the break in the third quarter. They start to open this thing up. Kawhi Leonard, 16 in the game, and then Harden to step back three.
Yes, he is. Dance, dance, dance. You know what he does.
15-point lead. You thought, hey, LA gonna roll with this one, but back come the Bucks. Portis corner three.
That little shimmy shake, you got that?
Dame, step back. He's 41 in this game.
Yes, and the Bucks playing a little defense, which lays to easy offense at the other end.
Yep.
Well, this is part of a 15-0 Milwaukee Bucks.
Get to your spot.
I wonder what they're gonna say tomorrow morning.
Deal with momentum is definitely in this game.
Big Mo, I like that. I like that. Big Mo.
Hey, crazy. I had 28 points, 16 rebounds. Bobby Portis, Damian Lillard though, leading the way with 41.
Yeah,
Come
Leonard
back
at
big.
16.
There he is.
Again?
Start the game without Giannis, without Chris. I knew I had to be aggressive.
Unable to launch via me when possible. Please. I'm not going to restart this computer again. So,
when teams do that,
what we're going to do?
the double teams, the triple teams, and get the ball out so we get a high quality shot.
See what's going. See what's something that I can do here.
But as we continue to trust it, guys started to make threes. Bobby got going, and we was able to win by playing the right way and doing it together.
All right, little bonus basketball for you. 6 games on the night in the NBA. Sacramento up 91-75 on Chicago in this game right now.
Okay, we're probably just going to go ahead and do it and just don't do the pre-recorded. So, the only thing y'all probably going to get is, the live version of it. So, trying to figure out what's going on. And
Kobe White, the bright spot for the Chicago Bulls, 28 points. Can he really taking his game to another level?
Yes, possibly in the running for most improved player. I mean, just in terms of what he's doing on the court. Knew he was fast, knew he could change his speed, but he's shooting from beyond the arc and providing offense when the Bulls need it.
Does his arrival change their plans with how they
go to settings? Maybe is there something I can do?
He's been great all year long, and it seems like he can tweak his pace.
Yeah, it hasn't been like a 10-game stretch or something. It's been the entire season.
Yeah.
He's played very well. What about the process? We're talking about the West and how difficult it's going to be. What do you think about Sacramento and their opportunity in the West?
I'm a little down on Sac just because the momentum they had last year, that feel good story, it seems like it's left. They're still in the thick of things, but I'm just not sure if now you're going to
Go to
catch people
settings.
by surprise. Now they know who you are.
Or maybe I
You
can
have
do
to
it
bring
this
that
way.
feeling that every single night. It may be a little bit tough on
Go
them.
back.
I think Sacramento is in a position right now where they could make a push in the second half of the season, but they can't solely rely on whether they make shots. And I think that in years past they have. And so, if those guys can lock up and play play a little bit of defense, I think they won't live and die by the three as much as they do.
Let's try now.
Sacramento came into the sixth
Nope, still. So you know what?
conference. Meanwhile, in our game, Austin Reeves 10 points to lead the Lakers in the first half.
Loader.
So we just gonna stop and just end it from here. So it just aftermath would just not be pre-recorded. So we're just gonna do this live. So sorry y'all won't be able to see the screen. So let me just start the podcast and we can just go from there. Okay. Podcast. Okay, thought something was going on. Was in the red, so just gonna start and go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to WFSO Aftermath. The thing is, I'm sorry, it took so long. It would have been, on sooner, but a little bit problems with Zoom. That's what I usually use to, record my videos and post it up on YouTube. Um, Unfortunately, it didn't work out, so you won't get the pre-recorded version of Aftermath this week. So, hopefully it'll be better next week. So yeah, it will be back on its regular time on Sunday. Because I know we gotta talk about on Sunday, the Bucks and Clippers game again. They will be in LA for that. So we will talk about that on Sunday, and we will talk about the results of TNA Sacrifice will be on it'll be on like YouTube and TNA Plus and the Ultimate subscribers and stuff like that. So you'll be able to see that. So that will be, this Friday. Yeah, kind of like, 2 weeks after, they had their other pay-per-view. Um let's see. Maybe I can do something here. So let's go to recording. Let's see. Keep temporary recording files. Nope. Nope. No timestamp. Nope. Nope. Okay, everything is good, but it's just like, what's going on? Not gonna do that. Show meeting controls. Don't do it like that. I ain't that light. Oh yeah, because I can do background with this one. So another thing I just got to remember with I do have a green screen, but it just would not work. No, I'll do that another time. and that wouldn't work. So I thought I had something there, but unfortunately I don't. So let's just continue with this. So what a game! We're gonna talk about the Bucks and Clippers game tonight first. Before we talk about the AEW Revolution pay per view. Like I said to these people that was watching earlier, that I didn't see it, but I just knows what parts of what happened, and just going from there. So I only know some of the matches that happened, and there was others that happened that I did not see. So wow, they beating the Thunder by no, not by 12. The Lakers are. But anyways, Giannis was practicing, and y'all probably already heard this, but he was practicing. Then he was looked like he was trying to go for a shot. Then suddenly, looked like he like pulled something where he was like, getting like when he was about to shoot, but was hopping along, and like they would say, it was a Achilles tendonite that happened with him. So I guess they decided not to play him, and he was actually wasn't in the stands with his team until I think it was like the second or third quarter. He was out there now. Yeah, he was out there and just supporting his team. So I'm thinking it's probably like something like that he's gonna need like that rest for tonight's game. So he did get that rest, and hopefully he'll be better by Wednesday when they go against the Warriors. So yeah, because this is gonna be a tough West Coast road trip. It's kind of started with tonight's game, then they go back on the road and face all the California teams. So hey, at least they get their rest and whatever. I should have go ahead and try to look at the because like I think it was Paul George that missed his two free throws, and everybody won their wings who was at that game. So they got free wings. Hopefully that happens on Thursday on the game I go to on Thursday, the 21st. I can go to the hotel room and order wings if they do so. Praying on it. So, but yeah, it was a tough game. Like they had the lead in the first quarter at one point, but it was just like after the first quarter, it was like Bandy Clippers like had the lead and stuff like that, and as you saw that quarter wise, like I guess I didn't look at it like because I thought all the first three quarters was all Clippers, but it wasn't. So I was kind of bad looking at that. Those for the people that was watching the game on while I was showing it on Twitch, not Twitch, but on my TikTok page, my personal TikTok page. So yeah. Oh wow, Thunder came back. They down by two. Interesting. So yeah, let's talk about the quarter status. And yeah, there's two games going on right now. It was like a total of one, two, three, four, yeah, six games tonight. So let's go to the quarter status. As I was saying a bit ago, like Clippers had the first quarter lead, 35-25. Um, Second quarter, Bucks got the advantage, and I think for the first quarter, Clippers scored the most with 35. And second quarter, both teams scored the least, 20-23. Third quarter, Clippers won that one 26-25. In the fourth quarter, where the Bucks did had a 15-0 run, it was Clippers 25 and the Bucks 40 in that fourth quarter. So Yeah, I was just saying to the people that was watching it on TikTok with me earlier that Dame's gonna have to be the number one guy since Giannis is out. But the question is like, who gonna step up and be that number two? We was hoping that it would have been Malik Beasley, but he did not have a good night shooting wise. Um, let's see. And that second guy is only none other than the sixth man, Bobby Portis. So yeah, he stepped up and played like a lot of minutes. So that was very interesting. Brooke Lopez, I don't understand what his deal is. Is like he's the no, he's not the tallest player. That would be Zubac, who was playing for the Clippers. So he was tied for being the tallest player in that game. And Lopez, I don't know, he would have scored more than that. And like, if he ain't worried about shooting the three and like taking it in, and you know maybe if he got double or triple, try to pass it or something like that. It was just insane. But like I said, not complaining about Brook defense, but his offense got to be a little bit better. Like it's not declining or anything. He just ain't taking much shots, or when he does, is always threes, and he's not taking it in. So that's the issue I have with him. So let's go to team status. We're gonna go with the Los Angeles Clippers first. 37-84 of 44% from the field. You got 16-40 with 40% from three. So not too bad. 16-25 from the free throw, which is kind of bad with 64%. 5 offensive rebounds with a total of 38 rebounds, 25 assists, 9 steals. Ooh, excuse me. 3 blocks and 13 turnovers, which is kind of crazy. So now we can talk about the Bucks status. We got 37-78, 47.4% from the field. 15 of 39 from three with 38.5%. Yeah, better free throw shooting than the Clippers. Yeah, you got 24 or 28 with 85.7% from the free throw line. 7 offensive rebounds. I think that better than the Clippers with a total of 46 rebounds, 20 assists. I think that's less than the Clippers. 8 steals, 3 blocks. So kind of the same as the Clippers, but they had a lot of turnovers in the I think it was in the second quarter, but they kind of cleaned up with Damian Lillard with the most turnovers with 4, and the total turnover they had was 11. So at least a little bit better than the Clippers. So that's a good thing. Then you have go to the player status. We'll start with the LA Clippers first. Paul George tied with the team high of 29 points, had 2 steals, 1 assist, 5 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound. 3 of 7 from the free throw. Like I said, it was 2 straight free throws that he missed that gave everybody that was there free wings. So I know people are happy about that. But anyways, 6 of 10 from the 3-point and 10 of 17 from the field. Kawhi Leonard with 16 points, 1 block, 4 steals, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 of 3 from the free throw, and 2 of 8 from 3-point shooting, and 6 of 19 from the field. and he was tied with the most minutes played. Him and Harden. But we'll get to Harden right now. James Harden, like I said, had the game high. Same thing with Paul George with 29, one block, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, 6 of 9 from the free throw, 5 of 10 from three, and 9 of 16 from the field. And yeah, their bench really didn't do much of anything. But Daniel Thess, he only had 7 points, 1 assist, 6 rebounds, 1 to 2 from three, and 3 of 6 from the field. So otherwise, their bench didn't do much of anything. So that's probably what killed them too. Um, yeah, our starting lineup with the Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, like I said, Bisley had like a bad shooting night, and Crowder didn't play that much because I think he would end up being hurt like with his knee from the play he was in when he was trying to get the rebound. I forgot who ran into his knee, but yeah, that happened. But let's go with Patrick Beverly first. He was starting in the place they was doing in the place of Giannis, so they kind of went small ball, but with Brook Lopez at center. Um, Patrick Beverly was 12 points, 1 block, 4 steals, which is amazing. 2 assists, 9 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound, just 1 of 1 from the free throw, 3 of 7 from three, and 4 of 10 from the field. Damian Lillard had the game high with 41 points. Like I said, he had the most turnovers with 4, but had 1 steal, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. It'd be cool if he would have had, 40-point game, 5 and 5. That would have been something. But 13 of 13 from the free throw line, not too bad with 4 of 9 from the three, and 12 of 22 from the field, which is not too bad. Now the bench, we had a couple of players that that stepped up on the bench. You had Bobby Portis led the bench with 28 points, 2 assists, 16 rebounds, so double double for him, and had 1 offensive rebound. Perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw, 2 of 4 from three, and 12 of 18 from the field.
Yeah, they gave player of the game to Damian Lillard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, deserving anyway. But
No,
you just said nope.
Bobby won the game.
So you giving it to Bobby?
Yes, I am.
Fair enough. Then we got Pat Connaughton with 8 points, 1 rebound, 3 of 4 from the free throw, 1 of 2 from three, and 2 of 3 from the three. Um, yeah, AJ Green did a little bit of something within the 22 minutes that he was in. His plus minus was plus 14, so I'm just going to mention that. Once again, the final score: LA Clippers 106, Milwaukee Bucks 113. The next time they play these guys again will be this Sunday. They will be in LA. So they'll kind of be in LA all weekend, but although being in California for like the week. So that's the next time the Clippers play the Bucks again. Um, the next, hey, quiet. But the next game for the Bucks will be against the Golden State Warriors. Will be on Wednesday. It will be a 9 o'clock game. They will show it both on Bally Sports, Wisconsin, and also will show it on ESPN. So mainly the next two Bucks games they're going to show on ESPN. So yeah, interesting enough. Um, I was hoping they was going to win because I was just hoping that they didn't slack off from you know because like some people, I was reading this earlier before the game started that It was this guy that was on like it was a group called Bucks Nation. Although I run my own real Milwaukee Bucks fans group, but also go to other groups every now and then. But this guy was already writing off the team, like saying that they was going to lose.
There's a bunch of them from that group always do.
Right, and I know some of them was like, you just a bandwagon fan because you just that don't mean they're gonna lose because they don't have Giannis. So some of them did make like some good points about that, and I don't know, you just had these few fans that's like, oh, Giannis ain't playing, we're gonna lose. Damian ain't gonna be playing, we're gonna lose. Chris ain't playing, we're gonna lose. Yeah, it's just insane. You could be like a Bucks supporter, but if all you care about is like Giannis like not playing, something's wrong with you.
Dick Riders.
As she said. Um. Okay, let's go to for standings. Uh, the good thing for that win because now Milwaukee is still leading in the Central Division with the record now 41-21. And now the Cleveland Cavaliers, I think they play tomorrow. Now they're a game under the Bucks for the division. So yeah, how things have turned. Now let's go to the standings. Yeah, Boston still got 11-game winning streak. They're in first. Of course, they still got the best record in NBA, and I think I worry about it on late March if like the Bucks can pass Boston on the conference standings. But I think right now they should be worried about just staying in the 2 seed and not worrying about trying to get the trying to get up there in the East because they tried that last year and it just didn't work out for them. They lost in the first round. So being like, let them keep being like underrated and they'll probably surprise somebody like they did in 2020-2021 season when they won it all and they was the 3rd seed. So it's not always guaranteed that the first seed of each conference is going to end up being in the final. So that's not the case. And I think the last time the team on the first seed in the East that won it was Cleveland in 15-16 season. Ever since it been teams that's been second, third, or even like the 4th seed that end up like winning it. So it's just been that route. But anyways, Boston still number one, best record in NBA. You got Milwaukee. Of course, they won their last 6, including tonight. They're number 2. You got the Cleveland Cavaliers. Of course, they lost their last game. They're number 3. New York Knicks in 4th, won their last game. Philadelphia is in 5th. They won their last 2. And you got Orlando Magic, who won their last 3. Um, you got Miami Heat, won their last game. They're in 7th. Indiana Pacers are in 8th, losing their last 2. Sorry. The Bulls are currently playing. They lost their last game. They're in 9th. Atlanta in 10th, lost their last 2. Then this one, you got Brooklyn, Toronto, and Charlotte. Then you got the single-digit winning teams. You have Detroit and Washington, both with 9 wins. And Washington did just lose today. So right now, they got the second biggest losing streak with 15. Well, the biggest in the East so far, but not biggest overall. Um, Oklahoma, now we get to the West. Oklahoma City Thunder. Of course, they're in first. They're currently playing the Lakers. So they won their last game before today's game. Um, Minnesota won their last game. They're in second. Denver won their last six. That's the biggest winning streak in the West right now. LA, Los Angeles Clippers, of course, they lost to the Bucks today, so lost their last game. New Orleans Pelicans won their last game. They're in fifth. Sacramento Kings won their last game. They're in sixth. Phoenix Suns, yeah, from fifth to seventh right now, with them losing their last two games. Dallas Mavericks are in eighth. Of course, losing their last two games, and they're kind of like a game behind Phoenix. And the Kings and Suns, well, the record is not identical, but they're kind of tied for that like sixth seed right now. Then you got Golden State Warriors, lost their last game. They're ninth and might lose. I don't know if they got a game tomorrow, but we'll look that up in a second. So Golden State Warriors in ninth, lost their last game, and Los Angeles Lakers, who is playing right now, they're in 10th, lost their last game. Right now they're winning 79-64. Then you got Utah, Houston, Memphis, Portland, and San Antonio. So yeah, seems like a crazy thing. But before I go on, I'm going to see if the Warriors play tomorrow. Let me look that up, because if they do play tomorrow, they're gonna be end up in a back to back playing whoever they playing, then play the Bucks. Let's see. Orlando, Charlotte, Boston, Cleveland. Sadly, most likely Boston will beat Cleveland. Um, Philadelphia and Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn's gonna win that one. Detroit, Miami. It'll be funny if Detroit beat them. That would be something. Detroit can finally get their 10th win. Atlanta and New York. Going for New York for that one. New Orleans and Toronto. Probably go with New Orleans for that. San Antonio and Houston. Ooh, go with San Antonio. Indiana Pacers and Mavericks. Ew. Might go with Dallas for that one. Phoenix and Denver. Yeah, I probably would go with Denver. But yeah, Golden State do not play tomorrow, so their next game will be, of course, Wednesday against the Bucks. So let's move on from there, and we're going to talk about the results of AEW Revolution. So with Sting's final match until all that stuff, but I did watch some of the press conference that they had afterwards. So yeah, they got people swearing back and forth and trying to keep things clean. Let's see if I can have enough time so I can do this. But anyways, they had the pre-show. Let's go with that first. The Bang Bang Scissor Game versus Jeff Jarrett, Phantom Singh, Jay Lethal, Private Party, and Private Party is with them. Must have left the artist. That's a shock. And Willie Mack. Didn't know Private Party was with them, so just find that kind of weird. Bang Bang Scissor Game won that match. Sky Blue and Julia Hart versus Will Nightingale and Chris Statlander. I think I already heard, but yeah, Will Nightingale and Chris Statlander did win. Yeah, that one I knew. So now the main card. They kicked it off with the TNT Championship match. Christian Cage defending against Daniel Garcia. It would be cool if Daniel Garcia did win, but like I said, I didn't I don't know who won this one, and Christian Cage sadly did retain. Eddie Kingston versus Brian Danielson, sorry, for the AEW Continental Crown Championship. Um, Eddie Kingston did retain. Just kind of figure. Um, okay, the match that they did, they was trying to put in like a the big guys challenge. That's what they tried to do instead. No, they couldn't get Keith Lee, and I think it was somebody else that they tried to get in there too, but they couldn't. So they, they did something else. I know Chris Jericho was added into the match, and it was like other people that was added into the match. Can't remember who, but I know it was Lance Archer, Warlord, and Powerhouse Hobbs for the start. Then, they added Brian Cage, and oh, Hook was in there too. Dante Martin Madness. Yeah, it's supposed to be an 8-man scramble, but looked like it was more than. And it probably was all 8. So yeah, so those were the men that was in it, and Warlow did win it. So I think he has like a number one contendership for the AEW Championship now, and I think that's what it was for. Orange Cassidy defended the AEW International Championship against Roderick Strong. Um, But I'm glad that the 2 rings that Orange Cassidy did have was a good one. But I guess he had to lose this one, so he lost to Roger Strong, and Roger Strong is the new international champion. Hmm. So this is what happened. Kyle O'Reilly did make a surprise return. So this is what they said happened. So after the match is over, Kyle O'Reilly gets into the ring and the 2 men embrace. They instantly offer him the Undisputed Kingdom shirt, but O'Reilly gives it back to Strong and he whispers something to him. So, don't know what's going on, but we'll see what happens. This was kind of like I think this was like a tag team street fight or something like that. I know they had that this past Wednesday, or it was the Wednesday before. It was one of the two, but John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli versus FTR, and I think Blackpool Combat Club. Yeah, both John and Claudio, yeah, they won that match. Um, I thought FTR was going to win that one since both John and Claudio did win, the match against each other earlier. Um, Tony Storm defends the women's championship against Diana Perrazzo, and I'm surprised that I thought they was going to have Perrazzo win the match, but Tony Storm ended up winning, so she retained. Will Ospreay, and let me see if I can get this right, made his AEW debut against Kamoke Takashika. Sorry if I said it wrong. And I think Will Ospreay, yeah, he did win this match. So, and plus, they lied earlier that saying that, the triple threat match for the AEW championship was going to be the main event, which did not happen. It ended up being the tag team match for the tag titles, ended up being the main event, but we'll get to that in a second. Simone Joe versus Swerve Strickland versus Adam Page for the AEW World Championship match. And Joe did retain, although everybody was saying, sure, Swerve Strickland should win it, but he didn't. And Simone Joe retained. Now to the main event. Sting and Darby Allin defending the AEW Tag Team Championships in a tornado tag match versus the Young Bucks. So I'm just correcting that for some of you because some of y'all was thinking it was a weird tag match and thought it was just going to be a tag, but nope, it's a tornado tag match. So no disqualifications. just to get y'all on the right boat and stuff like that. And Sting and Darby Allin did retain the tag titles, so Sting's last match, and they kind of sent him off good to because I guess he's gonna retire. Um, let's see. Sting takes the microphone, thanks to fans. Said it was a night he will never forget. He thanks Darby Allin and wonders how many stitches his back to will take to fix. Sting said he was a risk taker in his young days, and he still is now. But the show cuts off before he can finish his speech. Yikes! But they did do the press conference, and I did hear like them speaking like just thankful for that he said it was done. Tony Khan said he was trying to get like 6 more months out of Sting. I guess for him to maybe retire at all in Europe. But Sting said, yeah, his time was done and he's done. So that's what he wanted it, and he wanted to go out like that. And I guess why not just go down in history for either he had tag matches or not. He was undefeated the whole time that he was in AEW. So what a good send off. Um, so they did talk about the situation with the tag titles. So the tag titles, the AEW ones, are vacated, and they're gonna do like a tournament. It's probably gonna start this Wednesday. Not sure, but they said they're gonna start the tournament. So don't know how soon they're gonna start it. Maybe as quick as Wednesday. So it will kind of make sense, especially they got like another pay per view. Well, kind of like the first April pay per view that they're gonna do, which will be AEW Dynasty, which will be Sunday, April 21st. So kind of interesting because they have that pay per view on Sunday, and I think Saturday, the 20th, will be AEW's, not AEW's, but TNA's pay per view as well. So two pay per views in 2 nights. Kind of interesting, huh? So that's that, and it ain't that many like much news to talk about, but I did mention to you guys earlier, but I didn't mention it to this podcast that the first inductee to the WWE Hall of Fame is none other than Paul Heyman. So it makes sense. ECW did start in Philadelphia, and they always, go there for, the shows when they was doing ECW. So it makes sense, and it's a good thing. And plus, all the stuff, Paul Heyman did behind the scenes and being, manager and stuff like that. So yeah, why not do that? So when the next time they're gonna mention another inductee, who knows? So if it's not gonna be on Friday, they probably won't do it next Monday. So that'll be interesting. Um oh yeah, Seth Rollins said like earlier today that yeah, he's clear to wrestle. So kind of did a little bit thing at the end and trying to help out, Jay Uso with the bloodline was interfering both Solo and Jimmy Uso. But Cody came out, took care of Solo. They was fighting in the back now. Well, at that time. Then Jimmy was about to do something. Seth Rollins came out, started, attacking him. Then well, with the Jimmy distraction, Drew McIntyre did win the match against Jey Uso, but after that, when Seth kicked out Jimmy Uso out of the ring, he turned around and Drew McIntyre hit him with a Claymore. So that's the main event in that. Raw tonight was okay. Like they didn't have to do almost a half an hour of talking, from what it seemed like. Yeah, it was mostly like almost a half an hour of talking, so they really didn't need to do that. That's why one of the reasons, Raw ended up being, okay tonight. Um, Becky Lynch and Nia Jax had that match. The Morgan interfere, and the match ended up being a disqualification. So next week, Becky Lynch and Liv will be going 1-on-1. I wonder is this their way trying to add Liv Morgan into the title match? Kind of one of the things that they was talking about they wanted to plan, but yeah, interesting. Um, let's see. Imperium went against Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. So that match happened. Judgment Day did win. Then before that, the first match was Dominic Mysterio and Gunter went against each other, and Dominic lost. Also, next week they're gonna have a 6-man gauntlet to determine who's gonna face Gunter for the IC title at WrestleMania. You have Chad Gable, you have Sami Zayn, JD McDonald, because he was making this case, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bronson Reed. Let's see who else. Um, I did say. Let me repeat that again. So it was Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, Ricochet. Yeah, Ricochet was the other one. Okay, so that'd be interesting. Of course, Ricochet was the man that lost. That Gunter took the title from his reign. Yeah, just been crazy. Tag team match happened with with Katana Chance and Katie Carter went against Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. So Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler did win the match, and I guess whoever wins on tomorrow against with Kabuki Warriors and I think it was another tag team. I can't even think who they were. Um, so they defend their titles tomorrow. So whoever wins next week will face Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark for the tag titles next Monday. So just yeah, really ain't much talk about. So we probably just got everything out there. So we're just gonna end this, and like I said, for people that's listening on the podcast, this is gonna be a short one. So thank you guys for Twitch for hanging on and watching, and please follow us more on here. Like I said, we'll probably get some, try to get some shows together to do and stuff like that. So just stay tuned for that. And for you guys on YouTube, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Trying to get to 500 subscribers by June. So if we can get there, we're at over 300. So if we can get there some more, and check our past videos on YouTube as well. So you like wrestling content and also like talk about the Milwaukee Bucks, this will be the channel for you. After you guys on the podcast, so you can listen to us, check our past podcasts too. Just look for Wrestling Fan Speak Out or look for WFSO wherever you get your podcast from, either from Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, and more. So, like I said, gonna end it here. Thank you guys for watching. And oh yeah, the sponsors Art from the Heart. So you like interested in fan arts and stuff like that? Look for Art from the Heart on YouTube. Moving dudes. You're in Wisconsin and you're in Florida and you want to move, you can get a hold of them if they will help you move within the states that you're in. And there's the thunderstorm. So, get all the moving dudes 414-807-4299 and tell them our trail sent you. So until then, you guys have a good one. See you later.